Good morning, everybody. Hang on, I got to clear my throat. Geez, that came out of nowhere. How is everyone doing this morning? Look at Mirror Camp. She said, good morning, all you beautiful people. Justice for Michael. Exactly. A Will said, that sounds like an ending. No. Normally, the intro is about a minute long, but your old buddy Brooks here had to pee and wash my hands, so it went a little longer. That's right. Let's see. I saw some comments here. AC said, hey, everyone. Hey, Christina. Heathen. Karma, what's wrong with your phone? Somebody put a bunch of hums in there. Like, what's going on? Like, what could be going on here? Well, just right off the bat, we're going to tell Sophia thank you for the 5 Crime Lines and Lies memberships. You guys get your umbrellas. Oh, look at Madam Secretary Christina. She said, girl, I'm pink head to toe today. Even my hair clip. I'm feeling mean today. Well, then we're in for a load of fun if Christina's feeling mean. Let's go ahead and tell Mike hello.
Oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
It is. We're almost there. I tell you what, I have spent more time working on our Super Bowl menu than I have even cleaning the house this week. I'm so excited for this game. And I know a lot of people aren't, but that's okay. That's okay. By the way, for those of you that were here yesterday for our Delphi deep dive, woo! Let me tell you what, I had some comments after that. There was one group that they just kept sharing the video saying, this is the stupidest video ever. This is the stupidest video ever. Does she not know the case? I love it. Free speech, you know? Makes me tingle. All right, who's got their pink on? On Wednesdays, we wear pink. I love the part where the one chick, the fetch chick, says to Karen, you can't just ask people why they're white. Well, OJ looks at me every day like, why are you white? And why is my bowl not full? For sure. I live it on the daily. Why are you white? Lisa, she said, Stacey's filing for divorce? Hold me back. Exactly, girls. Grab your zippers. Stacey is going to be back on the market, as if marriage ever held him back. Yep, it's right here. Hold on. There it is. Yeah. January 27th. He filed for divorce with no minor children. Whoa. He also wants to change his name. He also wants a restraining order. Well, I think he's pretty well protected in the jail. But it's not the first time. Because in 2023, there was a petition for divorce. No minor children. Comment, Stacey pro se. 11/16 of 2023. Family law, joint temporary restraining order. So he's done this before, okay? Question is, why now? I have an idea. But I posted this the other day and you all had a lot to say. So let me go to your comments and we'll get to talking. Yeah, my favorite part is Stacey pro se. Stacey pro se. Bamacat said good, then they can testify against each other whenever the time comes. Boom. Boom. Fun to Ski said, wonder who's paying for the divorce since Stacey doesn't have a pot to piss in. Probably his mom. The state. You see, when people are in the jail, they almost get like free legal. Don't forget, he also has an $80 million civil suit, which he did not pay for. Sonia Allen said, I'm crushed. These monsters deserved each other till the end of their days when Satan welcomes them both into hell. I guess now they just have to live separate. Maybe they will find each other again. I always love a good romance story. Yeah, well, the romance is over. Lana said he asked for the fees to be waived. It's a wonder he didn't also ask for a foot long from Jimmy John's. That's all he knows. Free, free, free. So let's go back to when times were good. You know, young couple in love. This is their wedding. We already heard that. Guys, this was just sent to me, and it's on, I think, Stacey's Facebook. You have to really dig around. It's in one of their posts. Well, it's from April of 2021. It's just more weirdness between Sarah and Stacey. The more I look into their past, their history, the months, not just the weeks and days, but the months leading up to little Michael's disappearance. And I stick with that because not that social media is going to solve a crime, but if you go through the months leading up to Michael's disappearance, they were already leaving a trail of breadcrumbs. You know, some people, they have their digital stamps, you know, around the net. Then some people have like those big old dinosaur footprints like Jurassic Park. That's what Sarah and Stacey have. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They were definitely, that train was off the track. All right, so this was taken April 12th, to be exact, of 2021. Stacey posts, tomorrow's 3 years. It's going to be their anniversary. Well, they get arrested soon after that, which sort of started this spiral to where we are now. The excavation in their backyard. It's just more weird, awkward, creepy stuff from them. Just watch this exchange.
Yes. All right. We have rings or nothing. All right. We are gathered here today to join this man and this woman in matrimony.
For those of you that get sentimental and emotional about weddings, I have a feeling this one's just gonna gross you out.
Now I charge you both to remember that love and loyalty and a constant effort to make each other happy are the foundation of a happy home and a successful marriage. If the vows you're about to make are kept, your home will be full of joy and abiding peace. Sir, will you, Stacey Wondra, have this woman to be your wedded wife? Will you love her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, forsaking all others, and keep yourself only unto her as long as you both shall live? I do. All right.
Only under her. Well, let's look at how many people have been under her. Adrian, well, I kind of think she was on top of Adrian somehow. Brandon, that was one thing that Stacey said to all of us. I couldn't quite make out. It made no sense when he said he wouldn't let Brandon borrow any of his tools because men don't let other men borrow their tools. but you can sleep with their wife. Okay? That never made a lick of sense to me.
Yourself only unto her as long as you both shall live.
I do.
All right. Sarah, will you, Sarah Ramsey, have this man to be your wedded husband? Will you love him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, forsaking all others, and keep yourself only unto him as long as you both shall live?
Okay.
All right. Stacey, will you take her right hand
This is
Right.
my right hand.
Oh, got it.
and repeat after me? Is it Wondra? What's it? I, Stacey Wondra,
I, Stacey Wondra,
take
Sarah said, the other week I asked you why you think he's guilty. You referred me to your playlist. I've been watching since. You're right. He's guilty as sin. He's admitted it. But there's a lot he's leaving out. So now, with this new divorce pending, he wants another restraining order. He wants his $80 million. He wants a name change. What do you think Stacey's new name is going to be? Dirk Diggler? What do you think it's going to be? Something really spooked him the last couple of weeks, and it could be the video drop. Could be the video drop, or it could be something else. You tell me what you think.
thee, Sarah Ramsey,
take thee, Sarah Ramsey,
to be my wedded wife,
to be my wedded wife,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
and thereto I pledge you my faith.
and thereto I pledge you my faith.
Did he fart? I know that noise. He's farted on the phone with me before.
Ramsey,
To be my wedded wife,
to be my wedded wife,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poor,
in sickness and in health,
Yep, he did. Nope. He just did. He's holding Sarah's hand, and he just floated an air biscuit right in front of the judge. Yep. Goodness, they just, just when you think they can't get any worse.
day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
and thereto I pledge you my faith.
and thereto I pledge you my faith.
Okay. Stacey, will you please repeat after me? I, Sarah Ramsey,
I, Sarah Ramsey,
take thee, Stacey Wondra,
take thee, Stacey Wondra,
to be my wedded husband,
to be my wedded husband,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
and thereto I pledge you my faith.
and thereto I pledge you my faith.
Okay, for as much as you, Stacey Wondra, and you, Sarah Ramsey, have consented together to live in wedlock and to have the same before me and the authority vested in me as magistrate judge in Washington County, Idaho, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride.
That's like a WWE move. You may now kiss the bride. And now look, we're getting a divorce. Going through the big D and don't mean Dallas. What does Stacey have up his county clothing sleeves?
Now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride. I now have the pleasure of presenting Mr. and Mrs. Stacey and Sarah Moore.
Gotta make it funny for me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. You want to make sure that recorded?
Gotta be kidding me. But it's all over. It's all over. And in that whole thing, who I feel the most bad for in that clip is the judge. He had to hear Stacey fart. He had to watch that wrestling move at the end. He had to see Sarah turn around where he sees a big clump of black hair and the rest is like orange. I feel bad for the judge. I don't know what they paid for that, but in my opinion, though, I think this is what really got up Stacey's crawl. Because yes, his videos were dropped. Genius move, by the way. Genius move. There's no getting away from that one. No way. No way. But when Brandy says, I met with Mike Duke. I saw everything in black and white. I saw all the paperwork. I saw it all. There was tears on that paper. Now he's like, shit. It makes more sense to me now that Stacey is the suspect they're in touch with again. Because let's be honest, they've talked to all of them. But for someone to call after the video drops, I'm just leaning towards it's got to be Stacey.
Hey everybody, I'm here today. It is Friday, January 24th, 2025. Michael Joseph Vaughn was abducted on July 27th of 2021. It has been 1,277 days since Michael has not been home. Through the police department, the FBI, many other agencies have diligently, tirelessly worked effortlessly to help find Michael and bring him home and get justice for Michael.
Okay. Lana said, I think it was Sarah. She said she and Brandon are the only ones who know where Monkey currently is. Now that makes a load of sense too. They're not getting away with this. It's just time for them to say, let Brandy, Tyler, and their family get on with yet another stage of grieving and healing, which the healing's never going to be all done. Okay? It's just not. They've been through too much. Then there's healing in another way because Brandy is very ill.
There have been 4 named suspects in Michael's case. Stacey Wondra, Sarah Wondra, Brandon Shirtliff, and Adrian Lucian. I went and spoke with the prosecuting attorney, Mike Duke's office this afternoon. I saw the complaint file documents for the charges for those 4 suspects that will be brought to them.
She's saying she's seen it all. She has seen the file. Charges that will be brought to them. I don't care who you are. You cannot watch this mother. You cannot watch the father, Tyler and Brandy, and not feel like the air is coming out of your lungs, like your stomach is turning.
As hard as they were all to see, to see them in words but tears on those papers. Justice is coming. As those papers are drawn, Portland Police Department are continuously and still working on leads and suspects that are speaking to law enforcement, as well as other persons of interest in Michael's case. They're doing a tremendous job, all of them, and they're working together. And we stand with them. It was amazing to see, and as heartbreaking it is to see. Nobody's giving up. And those charges, they are coming. I saw them in black and white. Thank you, everybody that continues to support the law enforcement and our justice system, our Piatt County justice system. They're going to get justice for Michael. So, Sarah, Stacey, Brandon, Adrian, charges are coming. We know what you did. Tell us where Michael is. Because no matter what, justice will come. And we will find Michael. Monkey's Army will never give up. Thank you everyone again for your support. Continue and pray for answers. And please continue to support our law enforcement and the prosecuting attorney who will be trying these suspects in the abduction of our son, Michael Joseph Bond. Monkey, baby, I promised. We keep fighting every day. Pinky promise, my love. Be kind, everyone. I'll be in touch.
Heartbreaking. Let me look at some of your comments. Misunderstood said, I don't really pray, but I do for Brandy at least once a day. Pam O'Connor, you are so right. She said, charges are coming. The parents that protected any of them, I hope they are held to account as well. I do too. That would be Sarah's mom, if you want to call her that, Kay. She's a nasty woman. Let me tell you what, she is a nasty woman. I spoke to her on the phone. She cut me off at the ankles, didn't want to hear anything about Monkey. Everything was, I have to look after my daughter. Well, you didn't do a good job because she's in jail. And there's something way more important than your daughter, and that is justice for Michael Vaughn. Vicky said, in my opinion, they moved Monkey because they thought Stacey would rat on them when he got out. Just a thought. I think you are so right. Because as we can tell, Stacey is the loose cannon. He is the one that talks. I'm glad he does. Even when he's lying, they know how to pick through that stuff. But it was interesting, a couple of years ago, our buddy Josh from the lab, he had someone call in. This is from the lab. Sarah Wondra's ex-husband calls in and said that Sarah spoke to him about kidnapping. Okay? If the ex-husband knows, then Stacey certainly knows. When I spoke to Stacey about a month ago, he was 100% Team Brandon and Team Sarah. He took up for them when he was talking to Brandy. Something obviously has changed. Sarah Wondra's ex-husband joins the show from the chat and had this to say about the time he spent with Sarah while married for just 6 months, almost 12 years ago.
Can I ask you about Sarah a little bit?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you coming up here, and so does everybody that's watching here.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you a little bit about. So you don't know Stacey, but how long were you married to Sarah?
Briefly, it was like 6 months.
Okay, 6 months.
And don't you want to know what got the ex-husband and Sarah together? Now, I mean, I can tell you right now, Sarah's not wound too tight, okay? But I do not believe for a second, not that I'm a professional, that she is so mentally unsound that she doesn't know right from wrong. She obviously knew Michael is not her child.
And where are you from? Idaho as well?
No, sir. I was married to her when I lived in Texas.
Okay, because there was talk of her going to Texas.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay. So ultimately 6 months. How long were you guys together before that?
On and off, we knew each other for about 2 years.
Okay. And then you got married, and obviously no kids. I'm
No,
assuming
sir.
you didn't get your nuts crushed by a bull.
No, I actually have a son and a daughter, so my nuts are just fine.
Okay, his nuts are just fine. I see a lot of people talking in here, about Sarah was made to give a baby up when she was 17. That's probably the only right decision that her family has made for her. And she did speak a lot to Stacey about how traumatic it was for her to give up her child. But it comes to this, could Sarah take care of a child? No. Sarah's a psychopath. Okay? She's a psychopath. She cannot take care of a child. That's the only thing I can think of that her family did that was A-okay. Christina Laskett said she's a sociopath, in my opinion. Okay. She can't take care of anything. She can't clean the house. She can't do anything. It's almost like she's extremely immature.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So
thank you, sir.
If you don't mind, what ultimately led to the divorce?
Well, she had a meltdown about me not being able to give her any children because I wasn't trying to. And basically, she had me incarcerated under false accusations. And so I basically told her, I want you gone. I want a divorce. And inevitably, that's what happened.
And is that something you guys fought about a lot?
Well, our marriage was only 6 months, but no, sir, it wasn't a lot of fighting.
Yeah. So what she wanted you to give her a kid. Same thing that you heard. And
she wanted Stacey to give her a child, but Mr. Crush Nuts Bull Rider couldn't do it. So then they wanted Brandon to give her a child, even though Brandon was like, oh, no way. I know that's what they wanted me to do. That was what was going on. They had quite the love triangle going on in there. Okay. Adrian, Stacey only talks about oral between him and Sarah. Adrian and Sarah. So I don't know if Adrian was supposed to be trying to get her pregnant too. I don't know. But this is a big thing with her. She has to have a child.
What is it? She just wanted to be a mother? I mean, was that it?
She had a daughter when she was 17 years old. The story she told me, I cannot confirm this to be true. I can only say what she told me. She said Ed and Kay Ramsey made her give her child up for divorce because they were not going to take care of her and her daughter.
Oh, you mean for adoption?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can't confirm, but what she told you is that at one time she did have a child.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but and you can't confirm that, and so let's just make that.
Well, maybe he's not that bright of a guy because let's face it, he's seen Sarah naked. Okay. He would notice stretch marks. If she had a C-section, you don't really have to be told that a woman's had a child before.
That clear, but and that she was forced to give up the daughter for adoption. Her parents made her do that?
Yes, sir. Her adoptive parents.
Okay. And do you know how old she was when that allegedly happened?
17.
Okay. Was she very religious?
No, absolutely not.
So
This is
that
all
was kind of
new.
new. Okay, I got you. That's
Yes,
all
sir.
new.
Very new.
Okay. You think she's capable of what she's been accused of?
It's funny you asked me that because the detective did ask me what I thought about it. And I said, when it comes to kidnapping, yes, she is capable of it. I don't know if she's capable of murder. I can't say that she is.
She ever talk about kidnapping?
Yes.
With you,
That's one of the things that led to me saying "C'est la vie."
So she wanted to kidnap a.
Okay, so this guy is saying when Sarah got frustrated because she wasn't pregnant, he wasn't giving her a baby, she started talking about kidnapping. He goes, yeah, that's one thing that made me say, c'est la vie. See ya. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. But old Stacey, no, he doesn't have those standards. No, he doesn't have that moral compass. Because look, he didn't try to divorce Sarah when this was going on. When the battery charges came out. Nope. He did try in 2023 and filed recently. But this guy, after just a little bit of, hey, let's kidnap a child, he's like, bye. Oh, no. Oh, no, Stacey, he hung in there for everything. Kidnapping, alleged murder. Who knows? Who knows what went on? But now he's going through the divorce because something has spooked him. It wasn't enough that Sarah was like, I'm going to have everybody in this house throw their hot dog down my hallway. That wasn't enough for Stacey. Or I found this dude behind the dumpster. Stacey, don't get upset, but he's black. I'm bringing him home. That was enough for Stacey. Police knocking at their door, sitting them down, questioning them, interviewing them, interrogating them about the abduction of Michael Vaughn. That wasn't enough. So something has pushed Stacey.
Napping?
Yes.
With you,
that's one of the things that led to me saying "C'est la vie."
So she wanted to kidnap a kid.
No. She just talked about kidnapping in general, never anything about children.
Wow. And what would she say?
Oh, well, she would talk about mainly just, how it would be interesting to have someone to go into some stranger's house and basically take control of them, be able to tie them up. And I told her, I said, you need to seek professional help. That's not normal.
Wow.
So this is where Josh is going, oh my God. So she's mad She's mad that old boy here isn't getting her pregnant. Then she talks about how interesting it would be just to get into someone's house and take control. Kidnap them. Yeah. But Stacey has finally had enough, everyone. I mean, he's in jail again. I think he has another hearing coming up in a couple weeks, sometime around Valentine's Day. I don't know if he'll get out or not. Hopefully by then charges come forward. But now Stacey, oh no, he's up to here. Oh no. He way above his head. He can't deal with it anymore. And Stacey is too ignorant to understand that he was left in a cloud of dust a long time ago. You see, Brandon still has his mama. Adrian actually has people that care about him. Sarah still has her mama. Stacey's the one that has no one. He would love for everyone to gang up on Adrian, but he's too dumb to realize they're all after him. They just need him to shut up.
I mean, that is, yeah, you're right. That's not normal. And you just were you just shocked by that?
Okay, hold on. Lana said it's February 13th and she will be going. Hopefully Lana can come up and let us know what's going on.
I was scared by that.
And was this towards the end of your marriage?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that she would cover up an accident? Like say something went wrong when they were kidnapping Michael, and say it wasn't intentional homicide or whatever. Say it wasn't that. Could you see her covering that up?
Yes, sir.
She ever abusive towards you?
Yes, sir.
So, because I've heard reports that.
Oh, damn right she was. Damn right she was. I guarantee she was crazy with the ex. Don't forget, when Tanner Butler was asking all the wrong questions and wanting to move that grill, he got the dog shit whipped out of him. Just Me said he doesn't think people will recognize him. For real. I don't care what he can change his name to Burt Reynolds. People are still going to know who his ass is. Just do the right thing for once in your life.
That she would hit Stacey with like pots and pans and things like that.
I've been beaten by that woman before.
Wow.
And I mean, I don't want to seem agitated or anything, but I'd rather not talk about it. It's just not something I want to relive.
I don't blame you. Not a problem at all. You don't want to answer a question. You don't want to talk about something. That's totally fair. I appreciate you coming up and even talking. So Sarah was talking about kidnapping with you, had talked about kidnapping, and you were just totally thrown off by the whole thing.
Yes,
and you wanted it, and you initiated the divorce.
Yes, sir, I did.
Was it not that it matters, but was it an annulment or a divorce?
It was a divorce.
And how did she take the news when you wanted to divorce?
A meltdown, of course. As a matter of fact, I was incarcerated at the time that I told her about it, and the deputies had to escort her out of the building because she was causing a disturbance.
In the jail?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so she has a temper.
Absolutely.
But she never talked about God with you or anything like that?
No, sir. I'm not really what you would call religious. I do believe in God, but I'm just not a Bible thumper.
Okay, well, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. Neither is Sarah. Sarah's not religious either. Sarah's not spiritual. Sarah's none of those things. Sarah can't live with herself. And so suddenly she's on the Jesus train. Yeah. No, she does not live at like a Christian. No way.
Right. And so was it news to you when you found out that she was at now?
Yes, it actually was. It was a huge shock.
But were you surprised at all when you heard that she was a suspect in this case?
I really was. I wasn't expecting anything like that to spill on my doorstep because, I had just, the time the detective had contacted me, I had just found out that I was going to be a father with my firstborn, my son.
Oh, okay. All right. Are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
Okay. So you had
Dakota said, how did these overweight people kidnap this child so quick? They could have come across Michael and said, hey, do you want to look at this puppy? Brandon's not overweight. Brandon was with him. Adrian wasn't there. So you don't know. I saw somebody else the other day. This was sent to me. It's a very odd name to come into Michael Vaughn chats with Mercedes Blue. Because we know that Brandon had to go get a Mercedes, supposedly. Big hurry the day of Michael's abduction. So this lady, Mercedes Blue, is questioning Brandy's illness. I was like a wet hornet when I read this. I was furious. She said, how is Brandy getting a liver transplant so quickly? Who said it's quick? The hell's she talking about? Who's saying it's quick? This is my area of expertise, and it takes at least 5 years on a waiting list to get a donor. There's a million hoops to jump through before even getting on a transplant list and leading up to it. I'm confused how, boom, she just got a liver that quickly. She hasn't gotten a liver yet. Who is this chick? If that's her area of expertise, grab the fucking link and say, hey, this is what I do for a living. No, she Googled transplants. That's what she did. This type of stuff upsets me to no end. What an idiot and what a sick comment. Sad fact of the matter is, it's not the sickest comment I've ever seen or the sickest thing I've seen people do in this case.
just found out that you were going to be a father. Was she ever around any of your children?
No, sir. It's been over 12 years since I've known her.
So even 12 years ago, she had mentioned kidnapping. Was it more than once?
Yes, sir. It was on numerous occasions. That's why I said, I need to get away from this woman.
Good Lord. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Did she ever try to get you to do anything like that with her?
No, sir.
Yeah. Not that you would have went along with it anyway, but a lot of people's theory is that she was the ringleader of what was going on, and that people kind of were just going along with what she did.
I can see that.
Let's talk about that, because I really do think Sarah is the ringleader. I really do. I don't think this was Stacey's idea. I don't think this was Brandon's idea. I damn sure don't think it was Adrian's idea. I think it was 100% Sarah's. And she dangles the carrot all the time. You all live with me. These are my cars. I feed you. And please don't think I'm taking up for Stacey or Brandon or Adrian. No. But I put the link in if anybody wants to grab it and come up. Oh, another Brandy said, what kind of a vile person gets upset about someone being put on a donor list, for fuck's sake? I was very upset about that comment. And there's another person that's coming around, I think, what's her name? Nosy Parker. And she seems to know a lot about Adrian. Or who knows? It could be Adrian himself. I don't know. But like I said, people are out of their damn minds. It has been said by law enforcement forever and a day. Abduction, 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 abduction. And they still want to keep on. Someone sent me a comment from the last video, or whatever you want to call it, that fucking Eve did. And this woman goes, I will never, how'd she say it? I'll just have to paraphrase. She's still blaming Tyler. That's what she said. Well, instead of correcting this woman, saying, well, there's 4 suspects, Eve just gives it a big old heart and moves around. Gotta be kidding me. Then we have this idiot that was bothering me for the longest time. Thank goodness she found something else to do. She said, I wish Brandy and Tyler were treated like Dawn and Candace. Maybe we'd find out what Tyler did to Michael and where he dumped his body. Get bent. These people are nuts. I don't want them around. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Anyway, but it you know, a lot of people's theory is that she was the ringleader of what was going on, and that people kind of were just going along with what she did.
I can see that. I honestly can, because she always had to be in control of the situation when it comes to anything.
Yeah, but she never specifically mentioned kidnapping a child.
No, it was never a child. It was just she, like I said, she's a control freak. So, you know, I guess she would let it slip, or maybe that's just something she gets off on, but she would always bring up kidnapping a person and having control over them. She has to be in control.
And that's what you dealt with as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And a temper when things didn't go her way.
Yes, sir.
Was she a hard worker? I mean, was she a neat freak? What was she like in the house?
Oh, dear God. Now, I know that he's saying she's a control freak and things like that. I think it's more with Sarah. She's a control freak about people around her. She wants people to do what she wants them to do. She's not going to do it for herself. I'm sure we've all known people like this before. They want to control the people around them as opposed to doing things for yourself. As far as cleanliness, keeping a nice yard, keeping the laundry up, you know, those kind of day-to-day things. No. I've seen pictures of their house. Okay? I've seen pictures of their house. One picture tells me she is not OCD in any way, because there was a bucket of chicken spilled over, and the bones that I'm assuming Stacey or somebody, they were eating the chicken, throwing the bones back in there. The damn bucket just spilled and there's just bones around it. Nobody picks it up. That's disgusting.
No
Was she
job
respectful of
and
people?
sat on her butt. No, sir. She had no respect for anyone.
So she was rude to people in your presence.
Yes, sir.
Did she ever meet your parents?
She met my mother. My father is passed. So I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to hear that. What did your mother think of her?
She did not like her one bit. She said that I made a mistake. And I agree with my mother. I did make a mistake.
Yeah. Who hasn't made a mistake before? I mean, I'm glad that you got away from that situation, because it just sounds horrible. But so she didn't like. Did she like your mother?
She pretended to, but then after she was not around my mother, she would disrespect her, which also upset me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So she would just say bad things about your mom, and she was just disrespectful, which is funny because I don't know if you saw, but I had a conversation with Stacey.
Yes, sir. I saw it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, he's not, and then I had a conversation with him off the air. He's not exactly a loving, tender touch. Okay.
Right.
No. And by the way, Josh is not talking to Stacey. They may sound a little bit alike. It's not Stacey. Stacey, no way Stacey could have called into this show at the time. No way. Anyway, we know who it is. Whatever word you want to use, it seems, popular for people to say vetted. You have to be vetted. Or they like to say debunked. I've already debunked that. Anyway, it's him. It's him. Retro Girl said, there you have it. She just sat on her butt. Yep, she did.
And it almost seems like they're kind of peas in a pod that way, but it still sounds like Sarah ran the show.
Yes, sir.
Now, and if you don't want to answer these questions, don't. Was there ever any infidelity on her part?
The only one that I'm aware of is once I was incarcerated. So we were still legally married. There was a guy at the gas station up the road from where we live that told me that they were in having intercourse with each other while I was incarcerated.
And
didn't take her long. Old boy's incarcerated for what? Doesn't matter. Has nothing to do with Michael. So it doesn't take her long to scoop up one from the gas station and start getting her damn rocks off. Probably looking to have a baby again. Chrissy said at Nicey Marie, organ donation is so important. Now, I'm not going to get into the religious aspect of it. I will just tell you that once we pass away, we don't need those organs. It's really important, if it fits with you, to be an organ donor. It's very easy to fill out when you're getting your driver's license, renewing it, whatever. But that's really important. And I agree, Diva. Sounds like Candace Wells. Didn't take Candace long just to dig one up from the gas station. Hell yeah. Come on.
And you believed that to be true?
And I can just imagine this flirting. Sarah meeting this dude at the gas station. He's probably like 90 pounds soaking wet. It probably looked like a toothpick on a hamburger bun when she brought him back home. You got to be kidding me. I mean, just imagine the cutoff. I mean, the come on to this dude at the gas station. I'm living in my mom's house. My husband's in jail. You like him sloppy?
I can't say that it is or isn't. It's just mighty funny how, Stacey says he was messed around on. I was told that I was messed around on, so I'm just putting two and two together.
No, Stacey can't play the victim with him getting messed around on, because Stacey knew what was going on. Stacey would have to sit on the couch in the damn living room as she was getting it on with Brandon in their room. Okay? He wasn't messed around on. He knew.
Right. This must be a trip for you, man.
It is.
Yeah. It's really weird. You never, you get a phone call one day from detectives and you're like, holy crap. Did you only talk to the detectives the one time?
Yes, sir. They only called me once.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like he told them kind of, I mean, honestly, the kidnapping thing is just crazy for her to even bring that up. And that's what you said 12 years ago.
Yes, sir.
Do you believe that she has, I mean, I'm sort of aware that she has a mental illness. Did you ever recognize if she did or not?
I did. Like I said, the meltdowns were not normal. I mean, people get upset all the time. You have your ups and downs, but I mean, when it's an extreme, that's a time to sit down and talk with someone and see about getting some professional help.
Yeah. Yeah. Did she ever mention to you that she had been diagnosed with anything?
She said bipolar. That's all I remember.
And did she take medicine or anything for that?
No, sir.
No medicine. Okay. So she
I will never understand this. Okay, because there's a lot of people that suffer with bipolar disorder. A lot of people. And they take medication for it. But when someone says, oh, yeah, I'm bipolar, but I don't take medication, well, then who diagnosed you? And how were you not given medication? I'm telling you, some of these people will just pull a mental illness out of the sky and say they have it. Like, how do you know you're bipolar? Would you take a quiz online? How do you know you're bipolar? Oh, she's got shit wrong with her. Mark my words.
claims to be bipolar, and I don't know what her medical record is or not, and she very well could be. Probably. I mean, it sounds like there's some issues, and kind of the bipolar kind of does progress sort of the older you get, and if it's left untreated. So maybe these delusions of grandeur that she's having and the kidnapping stuff, I mean, that is extremely pertinent information.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, I'm just doing anything I can help. I just don't want to interfere in any way. And like I was trying to tell everyone in the comment section, I don't know Stacey, so I don't know how I can be of much help to the case. My only concern is Tyler and Brandy getting their son back. That's the only thing I'm concerned about.
There you go. And he was with the nut. Now, Stacey did turn on Sarah before. This was clipped from my channel, put on Spirit Seeker. This is where Stacey's telling everyone what was going down at the house in Kuna.
Because the toe strap came undone, it snapped because Sarah jolted the truck and snapped the toe strap. So I had to, we had to pull over, and then I had to reattach or tie the toe strap back together. And then,
which we've talked about that on this show many times. I think it was Christina that we were talking about how this toe strap thing he's talking about wouldn't work, especially since they were basically dragging it down a hill. But we got other things to think about.
Sarah, I think, used the restroom on the side of the road like she usually did when we had no access to a restroom, but then that was the only time we had stopped.
I mean, why didn't she use a bathroom at Brandon's mom's house?
She did.
Oh, okay.
Her bladder is ridiculous. I've never met somebody who has to pee as much as her.
Yeah, well, you haven't met me.
Maybe not.
Okay. So she peed at Brandon's mom's house, so she was in the house. We know Stacey said there was a duffel bag. Okay? But they were supposedly there to do laundry and get the Mercedes. Okay. This trip makes no sense until you incorporate the abduction of Michael Bond. My friend Kat, who's in here, she'll tell you I'm like a
Thank you. Doing the best I can, I want people to know, like, I'm not this evil monster that, people are making me out to be. I don't have the capability or mentally.
So Brandon's
Ouch.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Brandon's I guess ex-employer said he's basically like a
Brandon's ex-employers. I don't know that. Um, mentally stable.
We're at Brandon's mom's house. You said Sarah used the bathroom. Did she walk in the front door, or how did she get in?
Through the garage.
Okay. At any time during this, the duffel bag, going to Kuna to do laundry, they could have thrown laundry in when they were dicking around dropping Adrian off. I still think that they went to the house earlier that day to steal something in order to pawn later that day. Brandon and Sarah. Then they have to go back. Towing a vehicle at night is actually illegal in a lot of places, unless you have the right equipment. He's talking about a tow strap. They had to figure out something real quick once they had Michael with them. So suddenly it's, we're going to go to my mom's house in Kuna. She's on vacation in Arizona. So no one thinks we're doing anything. We're going to tow the Mercedes back, because the Mercedes had been sitting there since April when Tina gave it to her son, Brandon. And for Stacey to say, you know, mentally, no. I don't even want to hear it. No. Because if Sarah's running the show, she's got Brandon roped into this, because I 100% believe he is walking man that was going around looking for a child for Sarah. How she convinced these men to do this, I will never know. I will never know. How many times do you have to ask in your house for the trash to be taken out? Or it's time to mow the yard. At any time, Stacey, who's always on that damn phone, he uses that phone like a bitch. Let me tell you what, he's always got something he's got to be looking at. All the time. You try to talk to him on the phone, it's like, oh, hang on, I gotta look at this. Hang on, I gotta look at this. Hang on, I gotta look at this. All the time. He could easily put 911 and got away from the crazy bitch. He actually had an opportunity to save Michael's life. Is it like one of those garage doors that you hit the button and the garage door comes up? Or is it one of those like where you pull it up?
No, it was the garage door button.
Who had the garage door opener?
He knows the code to the little thing that's on the side of the garage that opens the garage door, the pin you put in.
Red flags everywhere. Let me tell you why. Because Brandon knows the code. He knows the beep, 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 beep to get in. But he insisted on going through the garage because there's a camera at the front door. Now, when Stacey says, Brandon's not allowed at his mom's house when his mom's not home, that is BS and a half. Because Tina looks at Brandon the way Roberta Laundrie looked at Brian. She is the Roberta Laundrie of Idaho. So they go through the garage. They weren't going to be caught on that camera. No.
Code opener.
Is there any cameras on his mom's house?
Yeah, on the front. But it doesn't cover the she went through the far side of the garage.
He said, yeah, on the front, but it doesn't cover and he stops because they had a conversation. We can't go through the front because that's where the cameras are. We're going to go through the garage. But this wasn't enough for Stacey to get the big D. No.
And she only has cameras on the front of her door.
And that was the day that Michael was abducted.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, man.
How come Brandon wasn't living with his mom? Because his mom won't let him do nasty shit at her house. No way. Let's take a look at exactly what these 4 POSs robbed this beautiful family of. This is Brandy making cookies with Monkey.
Okay, Mama, don't touch nothing else with that hand. You can only touch with this hand, okay? Okay. Can you touch one? Touch your pan. Can you feel how hot that is? Stay back from the stove.
It doesn't feel hot.
Yeah, but it'll feel hot. Pick it up. Wait, stay back, stay back.
Real homemade cookies. We made real homemade
Made real homemade cookies.
Can you touch
Don't touch with the other hand.
Aww. So I could grab one.
Not with that. You gotta let them rest.
Aww, I gotta let the cookies rest.
Yeah, because it's hot.
Okay. I'm gonna put 2 of those on, so
Okay.
can you put 2 of those
Put your glove on.
Okay.
Got your glove? And how want me to carry it? And we'll put them on the cooling pan.
Yeah, cooling pan. What's a cooling pan?
Or the cooling rack. Yeah, get down. Okay.
Now go.
Got your glove?
Can you taste that?
No, don't touch the cookies. We touch the pan.
Oh.
Put the glove on. Don't touch anything else. Don't. No. There you go. All right. Look at you. Okay, we'll set it up here. Okay. We'll take our glove off and let that cool for a few minutes, okay?
No, I gotta keep my glove on so I can grab the homemade cookie. Okay.
Okay.
I need the arm one on too.
You have 2 gloves. You ta-da-da. Look, I made real cookies.
And look at how happy she is. She's smiling, making cookies with Monkey. Maria thinks that Brandon talked Sarah into it and not vice versa. So that would mean Brandon also talked Stacey into it and also talked Adrian into it and maybe other people. You guys are really thinking. I love it. All right. So again, what has changed? What has changed for Stacey? Because this is the last time I talked to him, which was about a month ago. About a month ago. When he was Team Sarah and Team Brandon. I almost wonder if Tubby hasn't been threatened somehow by them. Because he was 100%, he will defend them to the hilt. We know he's trying to sue for $80 million. See it right there. Stacey alleges that every day he gets verbal threats and he's called horrible names like murderer, kidnapper, and chomo in relation to the allegations. They're a little more than allegations. He's a suspect. But anyhow, this has resulted in long-term pain and suffering, mental anguish, loss of wages for future and past, slander, and defamation of character. Okay. Well, let's look at Tyler and Brandy's long-term pain. Let's look at all the money they put into Michael's reward fund that they had saved up for a down payment on a house. Let's look at their mental anguish. Let's look at their loss of wages since Brandy can't work anymore. Let's look at the slander and defamation of character against Tyler and Brandy. I can give you some channels. You can go look at the comments and you can see people are still saying that they've done this. They just ignore. They ignore the facts. They ignore the evidence. 4 suspects. 4.
Cast of it.
Oh,
you're
gosh,
the whole
no.
reason why people like Brooks, your fucking podcasting channel is ridiculously fucking huge. You got all your little fucking butt buddy fucking followers that sit there and follow you because you do nothing but talk shit and you beat people.
Okay, raise your hand if you're one of my butt buddy fucking followers that listens to my ridiculous channel. I mean, hell, I'm here. I guess I'll put the 1 in. 1. There we go. I want to tell you what, Stacey loves to school me.
Nothing but a fucking mystery. What y'all don't fucking realize is there's a reason there's a reason they don't have any charges brought against us. But, you're so oblivious.
Stacey needs to quit worrying about the us. He's like, that's the reason there's no charges against us. He's telling me I'm oblivious. I mean, partially he's right because I don't work for Fruitland. I don't work for FBI. Okay? Look at that. There's my girl Lynn right there. Right there. She's laughing. Hey, Lynn, send me an email when you have time. It's cll72020@gmail.com. You left me a comment the other day and it broke my heart. You're an amazing person. Butt buddies, I'm oblivious. Hey, fine. Fine. Pam O'Connor said, has anyone reached out to Stacey's mother? I have talked to her and she hates Stacey's ass. Worse than Fruitland police and the Vaughn family put together. She wants nothing to do with him. Nothing.
Any of this fucking shit other than what, your little things about fucking posting my fucking lawsuit all over the fucking media and, whatever else.
It was on Google.
It's petty.
It was on Google.
I don't give a fuck if it was on Google. I don't give a fuck. No.
Yeah, it's from the Argus. It's from the Argus Observer.
I know exactly who the lawsuit's from. I'm the one that fucking filed it. And don't think for 1 second that I'm not following through on it. And
well, good. Do it.
Yes,
honestly.
I would highly. I'm telling you this right now. I would highly suggest.
As ridiculous as his lawsuit is, okay? As ridiculous as it is, I say go forward with it. Go forward. Because that way, in discovery and civil litigation, they're going to ask you all kinds of questions that can be used and will be used at the criminal trial. Loser.
Watching the shit you put on fucking podcasting. And I'm telling you this, not only to fucking prevent you from any future fucking any more damage of what's going to happen, but I am telling you right now, if you do not stop destroying my name and you just making up a bunch of shit that ain't fucking true based off speculation, I promise you, it's not going to look good in the long run when my lawyer is coming after you and about all the other 150 fucking podcasters for your fucking assets, your property, your fucking houses, your jobs, your vehicles. I don't give a fuck, okay?
He's coming after our assets. Coming after our assets. Coming after our jobs. What an idiot. He don't give an F, but he wants my job, my vehicle, my house, and my assets. Thank you, Pat K. You do too much, my friend. You do way too much. As far as there's a lot of recordings between Stacey and I that have just been turned over to law enforcement. I'm not putting them out. I've been asked not to put them out, so I'm not putting them out. Diva said that's a verbal threat, which is illegal. It is. Oh, it is.
What you guys are doing ain't cool. And don't think for 1 second it's not going to happen. So I advise you right now, this is my warning to you to cease and desist from here on out. Otherwise, my lawyer is going to be contacting each and every one of you. And trust me, I've already gotten all the legwork. I don't give.
Come on. His legs look like tree stumps. He's not doing no leg work, and he doesn't have an attorney. It's always Stacey pro se. Stacey pro se. That's why it says Stacey Wondra versus the United States of America. He's not even smart enough to sue YouTube. That's how Critical K got taken down, and a few others. But he wants me to cease and desist. That's a lot of legwork.
Give a fuck how you think you can justify it, but what you guys are doing is illegal and it's unjust. I don't care how you see it, how you think you get fucking, your little super chat, fucking whatever it is, how you make your little buck or two, but it ain't gonna fucking fly anymore. And go ahead, I don't give a fuck, run it all over the fucking, run your mouth just like you do every other fucking time. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I mean, I follow
promise
facts
you,
and I let people talk for themselves. And yeah, that's a published article from the Argus Observer. Are you going to sue them?
I'm not talking that. This is a whole separate thing. The whole fact of what you are doing with this fucking case, just because of based off of a fucking assumption or an allegation, I know so much shit that you don't know, and I'm glad you don't know. You can keep your little fucking circle of little fucking wannabe fucking friends who sit there and fucking are nothing more than just a gossip fucking world.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all should go on Glee.
Wasn't Glee canceled? I used to watch that on Fox, like where all the kids and everything sing and dance, like a musical that went on. But he's saying we should all go on Glee. He's a suspect, dude. He's a suspect. You can pull up any search engine and put in Michael Vaughn, Idaho. And it's going to put a picture of Stacey in there somewhere in the images. Juniper said, did he ever send you a cease and desist letter? Just curious. So much chaos comes out of this man's mouth. Wherever he goes, he causes. Nope, I've been waiting on it. I'm actually waiting on several. I can't tell you how many people have told me they were going to sue me, cease and desist. I'm still waiting on one. Actually, yeah. I'm waiting on Stacey's. That's the one I really want. But oh no, he gave it to me over the phone.
Or go play on Gossip Girl or some shit like that because you guys are doing really well.
Well, I think what it comes down to, and hear me out.
Listen.
I mean, there's a little boy that's missing.
Okay, good for you. And
No,
I
it has
wasn't
nothing.
involved
It
either
has
with
nothing
Sarah, Brandon, or Adrian.
to do with
And I
me.
don't. No, I'm not dealing with this. Okay, I'm not talking. I've already talked to you. I've told my story 100 times, and guess what? The story's never fucking changed. And there's a reason, obviously a very, very clear reason, why there has yet to be any fucking charges, nor will there be. And I don't give a fuck. Run your little fucking mouth around fucking podcasting and everybody else, because I don't give a fuck. Because at this point right now, I've documented it just now on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and I've already recorded the date and time that I fucking made you aware to cease and desist.
That was a month ago. I've already made a note in my phone, date and time, where I made you aware to cease and desist. You know how many shows I've done about Michael Vaughn in the last month? Still don't have anything. Lynn, Are you wanting a cease and desist? 4 suspects: Stacey Wondra, Sarah Wondra, Brandon Shirtliff, and Adrian Lucian. Who else wants one? We had a whole hashtag going in one show just saying, sue me, sue me, sue me. Come on, Stacey.
So go ahead and continue fucking talking your mouth like you always fucking do. Because I promise you, remember, it ain't going to be your fucking money. It's going to be your fucking assets that I'm coming after. And my lawyer will be in touch very, very soon. I promise you. I've already provided him everything.
Well, why is your fat ass in jail if you've got such a good lawyer? Okay? The bailiff at the night court could get someone out of jail for a violation of probation. Okay? So if your lawyer is such hot shit, why is your ass back in jail? Gotta be kidding me.
Every fucking podcaster, every fucking video they're doing, specific audio clips. Oh yeah.
Well, how do I avoid that? Because I personally do not want to get caught up in litigation. I really don't.
Well, I guess what? Then now's your opportunity for the future to cease and desist anything that has to do with me, or that ties me, that fucking slanders my name in some sort of way. I'm telling you right now, I'm doing exactly as my lawyer said.
There's no lawyer called per se, okay? Or pro se, sorry. Pro se. I'm like, I really want to avoid all this litigation. I mean, what the hell am I supposed to do? What the hell? How do I avoid this? Oh, I've got my lawyer in place. You're in jail, dude. You don't have your lawyer in place. You might have somebody that shows up just to represent you at a hearing. Cat OG said, sorry if this has already been mentioned. I'm far behind, but Brandon has a pregnant girlfriend allegedly. I saw that. Yep. Misty, he dug up a real crackhead. Yep. And the last thing that Misty, Brandon, the state of wherever they live in, the last thing they need is to bring another child into this world. What a slap in the face to the Vaughn family that Brandon's out there procreating. Seriously? You seriously want to have a child with a man that's going to be going to jail for the rest of his life?
He has told me to warn anybody that fucking tries to approach or tries to continue doing videos all over the fucking media. And guess what? Do your shit. You want to continue, go ahead. But I promise you, you're not, like, what you've already done, you're not going to have fucking assets or property as you need to this. I promise you. So you might as well fucking just stop where you're at before you make shit worse. Because I promise you, my lawyer has already told me to warn people this is not going to be good for you.
So his lawyer instructed his client to warn people that this won't be good for them. Yeah, lawyers don't really do that. They kind of do everything in writing, or someone takes a message and they see it in court. They don't tell their client, hey, you just need to get a hold of all these people, do all the dialing you can, and tell them it's not going to be good for them. Go ahead and threaten them. It's a really good idea to threaten people. Yeah, his lawyer supposedly really said that. It's just so sad. It's just so sad that it has come to that, and that you're having to waste this energy on stupid things like you said, my stupid little podcast. When honestly, I wish
your
you.
Podcast. Your podcasting is pathetic.
Oh, you're right. No, you got that right.
Just like you do fucking the Summer Wells shit and all this other shit. You run all your shit off of speculation, but guess what? Speculation is different than fucking slandering somebody's name.
And I want to talk about that. Because he's like, and you do the Summer Wells shit. Okay. I've said it once. I've said it 1,000,000 times. I'll say it 1,000,000 more times. I base this show off of facts. Okay? This pathetic podcast and my annoying voice is based off of facts. Okay? Now, I will throw in my opinion and I will say, do you think? Not like some people do when they go, well, that could be right. No, I'm not like that. I have always talked about Michael based on what law enforcement has told the public, which is abduction, abduction, abduction. I have based my show, my coverage about Summer Wells based on what her parents have said and what law enforcement has said, which is they can't rule out foul play. Well, I know who's not foul. Pat Kay. She gifted 5 Crime Lines and Lies memberships. I have a feeling neither Brit or Walking Dead got one, but grab your umbrellas. It's not speculation, dude. They had a whole press conference showing your picture, your wife's picture, your buddy Brandon's picture, your buddy Adrian's picture. We also know that you were good friends with Cesar Garudo, who is in jail right now for lewd acts with children. Okay? We also know about a lot of your other friends, who I'm not trying to lump into Michael's case, but hey, birds of a feather.
And then fucking accusing somebody based off of a fucking assumption because some fucking person ran a fucking taxi company in fucking Fruitland. You guys don't even have the funniest fucking clue. No, really, you guys. And I don't give a fuck about the podcaster world because guess what? I'm doing me. I'm doing me and me only. And I don't give a fuck. So consider this your very fucking last.
I'm doing me, and I'm doing me only. That's the only choice he has. He's getting a divorce, remember? All he can do, bend over, grease up his belly, and reach. All he can do is do him. I'm doing me. That's the only choice you have. You're getting the big D, right? That's all you can do, dude.
Last and final warning, I advise you highly to refrain from here on out of any information you publish over fucking YouTube, because trust me, I'm watching it very fucking closely.
Okay.
I get notifications, I get alerts, and trust me, just remember, you can always block me from one, but remember, I always have access to get in from another way. Just like y'all had my fucking phone hacked and you posted all my fucking shit all over the fucking media.
Do what?
I ain't stupid about that either.
We hacked his phone? Hey, who in here has hacking skills? Anyone? Because if you got hacking skills, I got some money to make. Come on. Hacking skills? You hacked my phone. You hacked my phone. I did give his new phone number to people that needed it. No one on YouTube, but just in case, the police need it. He has a new phone number, but no, he is in jail right now, Melanie. Lynn said, we will not give up. Rexy said, I'm hacking big time today. Gina said, oh, he's a ninja. Sophia doesn't know how to use her Amazon app on her phone. Well, Stacey says we hacked his phone. Someone hacked your phone. Listen, I don't have any hacking skills.
No, you all fucking know about that. As soon as I gave you guys my fucking phone number, you guys went all the way through and fucking posted all my fucking photos and all my fucking videos.
That was from your Facebook that you shared.
No, No, that wasn't for my Facebook. That was a fucking screen sharing that you guys literally slowed down when I was purposely going for fucking fast enough to try to avoid it. You guys edited it, and one person fucking did it. I believe it started with Crime Sleuthman.
Oh, I don't know who
And then
that
you
is.
fucking.
I don't know who that
You know
person
exactly
is.
who that is from Crime Sleuthman.
No, I don't
It
know
doesn't
who
matter.
that is.
The reality is, I don't.
He acts like we all have an office together, and like I roll in every day with my lunch and my briefcase, and I'm like, "Oh, hey Josh, how you doing? Hey Justin, have you seen Gray Hughes today? Is Grizzly in the office?" He acts like we all know each other. Oh, you gave it to everybody. I did give his phone number to people because he was going on their shows.
Hey, I'm advising you. I promise you, it's not going to look good. I'm giving you your fucking warning. What's already going to come to you is going to come. Do not make your situation worse. If you want to avoid any more litigation than what's about to happen to you, I'd advise you to stop.
Okay.
I would advise you to stop.
And let
Don't
me
think I'm
advise
over.
you, if you have issues with these podcasts and they are saying things that aren't factually based, your lawyer needs to sue YouTube.
No, YouTube doesn't get sued. Sorry.
Oh yeah, they do. Oh yeah, they do. There's been several channels that have been taken down because someone sued YouTube, and it's always for allowing content that's against their rules. Critical K got shut down. I can tell you some others. He's like, no, nobody sues YouTube. What? They've got so many lawsuits. They probably have a whole freaking filing room, or however they do it there, bigger than my house. Freaking freak. Oh, are you kidding me?
YouTube
It
doesn't
happens.
hold any of
It
no,
happens. It
I've already
happens all the
covered-
time. Look
trust
at that.
me.
Look at that podcaster,
No,
Critical K.
YouTube. Correct.
The
Correct.
the
YouTube
family
is
of
not holding-
Christian Andrecchio.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Listen, it don't work like that. You guys are individual fucking podcasters.
But we're
You guys
employed.
aren't
We get a 1099 from YouTube, so you need to sue YouTube.
Trust me. I already know what I need to do. Okay, I've already covered my bases. Little do you guys know that I have a lot of.
I really wish he would sue YouTube because they have more attorneys that work for them. They have more attorneys that work for YouTube than half of Idaho. Okay? But he just wants to argue and argue and argue and argue.
Your fucking experience and knowledge. So I know how to file my own shit, okay? And yes, I do have a lawyer. And trust me, I've already exercised every fucking round. Not only am I going after YouTube, I'm going after all of the fucking podcasters involved.
Okay, so now he said he's going after YouTube. He said now he's going after YouTube after he just said it can't be done. Now he's going after YouTube and then all the podcasters. All of them. All of them.
So I promise you, from here on out, I would advise you. I already know what steps I need to take, and I already have. I would advise you from here on out to stop any future fucking videos, anything that can simply be said that fucking defames my character, or slanders my name, or causes me any mental anguish or suffering or pains, or anything that could cause me loss of wages. I suggest and advise you to stop.
Okay, well, can I ask you this small favor?
No, listen to me. Listen to me. I'm not done yet.
I'm like, can I ask you a small favor? Lynn, I put the link in. I'll put it in again if you want to come up, because I really want to encourage this. February 2nd, 2025, Brandon Shirtliff. You need to talk to Brandy before midnight. You know you have a time limit. You know you do, Brandon. You have been warned. If you're listening, which I'm sure you are, you know you know that your time is running out.
From here on out, after this phone call, we're done. I have given you fair warning. I've given you final warning. You are not my friend. You are an enemy. I do not give two fucks about you. The only reason I gave you a fucking phone number to call.
This crushed my heart when he said he doesn't give two fucks about me. And let me tell you what, this is light for Stacey. Because I'm telling you, Stacey is a very, very angry person. I can't even explain his anger. It's like a Roman candle. I mean, it's explosive. He goes from having a conversation to shit, damn, hell, wants to kill you. Yeah. There went my Valentine. He just told me he could give a fuck about me. I ask you this small favor.
Here on out, no, listen to me. I'm not done yet. From here on out, after this phone call, we're done. I have given you fair warning. I've given you final warning. You are not my friend. You are an enemy. I do not give two fucks about you. The only reason I gave you a fucking phone number to call is so I could give you a fucking verbal warning.
Mm-hmm.
Because the next step's going to be a more intense warning, a more intense filing.
Okay.
I promise you, from what's already happened and what's going to come.
Well,
you are not my friend, Brooks.
No, I get that.
You were
I'm evil. I get that.
No, you were evil.
Can I ask you a favor? Can I ask you a favor? I plan to do a show tomorrow.
No, no. Nope.
Well,
do not ever ask that. I will never on your fucking podcast.
No, I didn't mean you coming on. I didn't mean you coming on.
No.
No, Michael's mother has asked people to keep his name out and just go through the facts. Now, your name comes up in all the articles.
Listen, go through the facts. But I promise you, I'm going to take that video that you're fucking doing too, and I'm going to it's just add it to my fucking portfolio. So you best watch.
How do you keep a portfolio in the homeless shelter and then transport it to jail? Because he's always back and forth when he's not ripping off people to get a free room. I'm going to put that podcast in my portfolio. What you printed out? His mother says she wants everyone to continue to keep Michael's name out there. Stick to the facts. Look at what law enforcement's saying. Oh no, I'm going to put that in my portfolio. You just watch. I'm going to put it in my portfolio.
Watch what you say. If it has to do with any slandering, anything that defames me as a person, my business, my place of residence, anything that has to do with my fucking name, if it destroys me or if it fucking takes away from who I am as a person, you best fucking keep it out of your fucking mouth. I'm telling you this. I am a very nice person, but I do not play anymore.
Nice people do not abduct children. Nice people do not ignore crimes that are going on in their home or in their neighborhood. They hit 911. He knew the plans that were being cooked up, and he did nothing about it. But we're supposed to believe he's a nice person. I'm a very nice person, but I'm not playing anymore. Ooh. And now here he is in jail, and his name's Stacey. That's normally a girl's name. Hell, he might, I don't know. He might like that. I don't know.
I fed into your fucking bullshit way too fucking much before. I thought I initially thought I could trust somebody like you. I was very, very wrong.
Well, you can, because what you need to do is you need to say what Brandon did.
No, Brandon and Sarah weren't even home.
He's such a liar. Brandon and Sarah weren't even home. We know you weren't home. We know that Michael was abducted between 6:30 and 7. We know that you three were well on your way to Kuna. Put that in your portfolio, Stacey. Put that in your file. We weren't even home. We know you weren't home. You were killing time, waiting for everything to calm down in the neighborhood. I would like to know who they spoke to back in the neighborhood to say, have things calmed down? Have things calmed down? Because they're not just going to drive blind in there with Michael and towing a car. Remember also, Stacey said when he talked to the officer said that a child had been abducted. At that time, they wouldn't know abduction. They're looking for a lost child. They're looking for a child that have, got out in the field somewhere. Something like that. That's what they're looking for. They haven't put one and one together yet to comprehend that somebody abducted Michael. But he said when he got back into the neighborhood, first he tried to say it was around 9 o'clock at night. Too many people called that out and said, no, it was still light at that time. Then he says he sends me all of his Google tags. It shows like where they stopped on the way. It shows when they were getting back into the neighborhood. That was a little after 11 o'clock at night. So I'm wondering who gave them the heads up saying it's calming down around here now. If not, they would have stayed in Kuna that night.
That night. Guess what? And I'll stand up for them fucking too.
If you would become an informant for the FBI, it would be done for you.
Guess what?
Okay, so he said he will stand up for those two, meaning Brandon and Sarah.
But I have already spoke to Brandon's lawyer, who ironically is also is on a fucking retainer. Okay, he has given me all the information I fucking need. That is.
Brandon's lawyer has nothing. Now, I'm not going to doubt that Brandon's mother has gotten him an attorney. I don't doubt that at all. But Brandon's attorney is just sitting there waiting on charges. Okay? He does not have the probable cause affidavit. I don't see law enforcement saying, hey, glad you called. So this is what we've got. Can you help us work on a good defense for Brandon? Can you help us? Can you please help us? No. Brandon's lawyer is not going to talk to Stacey. He wants Brandon out of hot water. He doesn't care what happens to Stacey.
Confirmed every fucking story that I've told and every story that Sarah's told. I don't give a fuck. Okay, you're not going to tell me. Brandon this, Brandon. Guess what? I know exactly where we were that whole fucking day, and you ain't going to say anything that's going to fucking change that. Are we clear? I'm done.
No,
from here on out, you were to have no more contact with me. No, listen. From here on out, you were to have no other contact with me.
Hey, what are you having?
Giving you for a warning if you continue.
What are you having for lunch today?
It doesn't matter. We're not making conversation. We're not friends. I'm telling you, from here on out, no more contact. Do not fucking post anything stupid on your little fucking podcast. If it has anything, the slightest fucking thing that destroys my fucking name or my legacy or my fucking me being as a person, keep it out of your fucking mouth. Mm-hmm. If it doesn't.
Am I clear? Super clear. Keep it out of your effing mouth. Don't name me as a person. Well, it's hard for me to relate to you as a person, as a human. It really is. Because I don't get down like this. He's saying that we're destroying his legacy. His legacy He will always be known as one of the suspects in the abduction of Michael Vaughn. But he's worried about his legacy? What the hell? Does he think he's a Kennedy? His legacy. And I don't have to name him as a person. He is officially a suspect in the abduction of Michael Vaughn.
Doesn't have to do with, if it has anything to do with other than me as a person or destroying me, go ahead, talk freely. But keep my name and anything that has to associate with me, Sarah or Brandon, out of your fucking mouth.
What about Adrian? What about Adrian?
I don't speak for fucking Adrian. I don't know him. I don't give a fuck about him, okay? And quit, I'm not answering questions to you.
No, I just said, what about him? You're only mentioning Sarah and Brandon.
No, guess what? It's irrelevant. You're not a fucking detective. Quit trying to play detective.
Mm-hmm. But it's interesting that he's taken up for Brandon and Sarah. He's been in contact with Brandon's attorney. Sure. His attorney told him, Stacey's attorney told him to warn everybody. And actually, it wasn't a warning. I mean, he threatened me. Okay. Hey, I'll take that threat. I'm good. I'll be all right. This is what he forgets. Is he going to sue J.D. Huff too? J.D. Huff said 4 suspects: Sarah, Stacey, Brandon, Adrian. But he's worried about his legacy. Jeez. No.
I've already answered to the people I need to. Okay? You're not going to fucking show you, and I'm not playing this game with you. I am telling you right now, quit. Quit trying to push it, trying to fucking get answers, because it ain't going to fucking happen. You may have got over on me before. It ain't happening again, I promise you. I'm done.
Hon, all you did was talk. You told your story about the day.
Correct. And all you fucking did is take my story and slander the fuck out of it. Don't think you didn't. Don't think there's any justification to what you fucking did. It was right.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't edit anything, and that can be easily proven. I want people to tell their story. I don't edit. I mean, my goodness, you were on the news with that woman, and they edited a lot out of your interview. You told me that yourself. I don't edit anything. I just let people talk.
What? Trying to play the fucking victim, Brooks.
I'm not trying to play the victim. The only victim in this right now, I mean, you're saying you, but there's a little boy missing.
Okay, guess what? Put 2 and 2 together. Get the fucking clue. There's a reason they haven't brought charges against us. But y'all so fucking oblivious to shit. You guys are a little fucking all caught up in your little fucking drama, fucking little world of fucking YouTube podcasts. Guess what? I promise you, you either stop or shit's gonna get really bad for you.
Oh boy, another threat. Shit's gonna get really bad for you. Shit's gonna get really bad for you. You better get a clue. Shit's gonna get really bad. Yeah, I'm not worried. I have some things around here that on YouTube we call pew-pews. I've got a mean-ass cat and deadbolts. So bring it on, fat ass. Bring it on. I've been threatened by the best, and charges are coming. What are you going to do now?
In the long run, you and Josh Labs and everybody else that fucking little faggot for all or whatever you want to fucking call him.
He needs to quit saying that about Justin. Justin was actually kind to him. Justin was very kind to him. Josh from the lab, not so much. Not so much. But I'm telling you right now, just from my conversations with Stacey, I can tell you he's extremely homophobic and he's extremely racist. And that's a horrible thing to say about my friend Justin.
Also fucking oblivious to shit. You guys are a little fucking all caught up in your little fucking drama, fucking little world of fucking YouTube podcasts. Guess what? I promise you, you either stop or shit's going to get really bad for you in the long run. You and Josh Labs and everybody else that fucking little faggot for all or whatever you want to fucking call them. I don't give a fuck. I call it as I see it. I call it out as the facts. Y'all sit there and fucking take something that's somebody's fucking story and you fucking destroy it. You talk shit about them. Not only do you do one video,
The victim is Michael. Yeah, he calls him Josh Labs. That sounds like a place you get a vaccine. Josh Labs. Josh Labs. Then he said, and faggot for all. You know, come on. Grow up. And Justin doesn't care. And Josh Labs is sitting there going, dude, I wasn't even going to entertain you.
though, you do hundreds of fucking videos thinking that, oh, yeah, it's okay. Oh, my shit don't stink. Guess what? Your shit stinks. Okay?
Well, let me
You ain't no
ask
fucking angel.
you a question.
I heard about you. No question. No, not doing it.
No, it's not about Michael,
Don't
but I
think
mean,
anything
do you think
No,
it's unfair
I don't-
that Michael's family says, I want to keep his case going?
Okay, we're concluding this conversation. I'm not talking about this. It's not talking about it. I'm not talking about the case. You're not going to fucking get answers out of me. And in fact, I'm going to get off the phone. So I suggest right now, at this date and time, on fucking December the 3rd or the 4th.
Today's the 4th,
Exactly.
and it is 11 o'clock a.m.
Today
my
at
time.
10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, yeah, true. 10 o'clock Mountain Time for me. We cease and desist all fucking phone calls. Do not contact me. And do not, and I mean, do not post anything on YouTube or any of the fucking social media platforms that defames me as a person or slanders my name or Sarah or Brandon. Do not contact me again. Lose my fucking number.
Now, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Why are you so protective of Brandon? I understand you're still in love with Sarah. Why are you protective of Brandon, knowing what he did to you? Well, there that went. When I brought up Brandon, why are you so protective of Brandon? Then, beep, done. No attorney contacted Stacey, not even one. But somebody did get in his ear to where he did a 180. Instead of what a horrible person Sarah is, and he was so tired of listening to her and Brandon knocking boots in the bedroom, and he doesn't like sleeping on the couch when they're having sex because he's a bigger dude and it messes up his neck, all of that stuff. Suddenly he's protecting them. Well, not anymore. Because look, wrong one. He has filed for divorce. He has filed for divorce. And Stacey, if you can hear this, because I know you all have social media privileges, we will put money on your books if you just tell. Hey, Brandon, you too. You'll have Diet Pepsi. You'll get an ice cream on Fridays. You'll get a lot of beefaroni. That ramen with the chicken flavor. You'll get it all. Okay? If you would just tell this family where Michael is. Chronicles of the Shady, love your channel, by the way, said honey buns. Yeah, root beer barrels. Come on. Might even put enough on there he can get his own TV in his cell. Who knows? Christine Alaska said, I'm on it, Stacey. She's like, I'm on it. Little Debbie's, ramen, the whole 9 yards. Lynn, throwing it down. Brandon and your mama call Brandy before midnight, February 2nd, 2025. This is a very important day, Tina, for your son, Brandon. You need to make contact. You need to make contact. If not, you're going to have a lifetime, which I hate to break it to you, you're going to have this either way, of crumb cakes from Christine, Alaska. You guys are the best. Thank you for being here for the right reasons, supporting this amazing family, and calling it like you see it, because I love that. I love that. Very honored today to have Chronicles of the Shady come in, because I love watching her channel. And amazing Mod Squad. And here we go. It's almost Valentine's Day. Stacey and Sarah are getting a divorce. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? It's like when JR and Sue Ellen broke up on Dallas. And someone shot JR. Not saying I want anyone to shoot Stacey. Just not how we should be spending this Valentine's Day season. But I'm loving it, because that means the heat is on. You guys are the absolute best. If I don't see you in Discord or one of the Facebook groups, well, you know how to get a hold of me. Don't be shy. Send me an email. Or, hell, everyone has my phone number. Reach out. You guys are the best chat and best community on this filthy fucking gutter of a sewer called YouTube.